Students at Howard University staged a sit-in protest.
Tonight, students at Howard University.
Howard University.
Howard University.
Howard University.
I'm here protesting because voices need to be heard.
Movements don't happen in a day. Revolution does not happen in a day. But as long as we are heard and we are continuing to be seen, I feel like we will prevail.
Maintenance comes. No one tells us anything. They just start ripping out the wall. There's mold growing on the wall in our closet.
So, Howard University has been in the news a lot recently, mainly because of the living conditions and the protests that happened a couple months ago. Well, I will talk about that in this video because that is very important to document. I do also believe that everything else that happens at Howard is also important to be documented. This is just for people interested in what's actually going on, people that are interested in looking at the school. This is just an informational video so y'all know what really happens at Howard University. So, the reason why people were talking about Howard was because of the living conditions. Now, this included and was not limited to no air conditioning, brown water coming out of the faucets, mold. So yeah, that was the main thing with the living conditions. Now, when I tell you there was mold, I mean like people's clothes were ruined. There was mushrooms growing on the ceiling, the wall. Bro, there's pictures everywhere. Like, I'm gonna be throwing up pictures as I'm saying this, but it was disgusting. Obviously, brown water is nasty too. Why is there brown water coming out of your faucets? You gotta take care of your stuff. What are you doing? God damn. So I personally experienced this whole no air conditioning thing. It was honestly, most of the towers, I heard some of the freshman dorms didn't have air conditioning, which when you're moving in August, and it is 95 degrees up. Who's trying to come inside and not have air conditioning? Come on. Alright, so I'm sorry this video is all over the place, but so is my semester. Now, I forgot to mention while I was making this video, possibly the most important part of why, actually no, most definitely why Howard was on the news. That was because of the Blackburn takeover, or the protest that we had on campus. Blackburn is one of the cafeterias that is on campus, one of two, and students basically were inside, tented outside, for over a month. I think the exact amount of days was 34. So yeah, basically one day, I don't remember what day it started. I believe it was late October, early November. Basically, they made a bunch of signs. They had a bunch of people come through on the upstairs part of Blackburn, make a bunch of signs, and then they brought a bunch of mattresses, things of that nature, and tented out. I have a screenshot of the demands that they had. So the reason why they were protesting was because of the living conditions, obviously. But they had three conditions. Can I even put up 3 fingers? 3 conditions that, or 3 demands they wanted. So I'm just gonna put all the demands up on the screen right now. What's crazy to me is Howard did not even come through on one of these demands until like the 30th day or some craziness. The reason why the protest lasted 34 days was because it took that long for them to actually do something. So it's a little ridiculous.
The only changes have really been in the weather and the fact that they started cleaning the dorms, but at first they wouldn't even acknowledge that there was mold in the dorm.
Keep in mind, this is November, so it's getting cold. Like, I remember there's a couple of days where they were tented outside and the temperatures were below freezing, so they were like asking for warm food and like heat warmers, hand warmers, feet warmers, all that type of stuff, because they out fighting the elements for us, like the students. All right, but now that I got that out of the way, the rest of the video is more just like stuff that you might want to know before you come to Howard University. So if you were just wondering why we were on the news, you can click off the video right now. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna send y'all back to my past self because somehow I forgot the most important part of this whole video. Now, keep in mind that everything I'm about to mention, I've only been on campus for 1 semester, and I've already seen craziness. So I'm gonna I got you. All right, so another thing there is to consider. Well, first of all, there's the Howard ratio. It's 79% girls or something like that. With that comes, there's just a bunch of weirdos in DC. I'm sure it's like this for not any city, but like I'm sure it's like this in most cities where like girls are getting catcalled and what have you. But I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy. Like girls will be walking around campus, and I've seen it personally with my friends. Like people just get catcalled. It is important that you walk in a group. You are in a city. Y'all gotta stay safe for real. So yeah, there's just a lot of cases of like catcalling, guys trying to sell drugs, trying to take girls on. So we got this one problem where dudes like to come around on motorcycles and dirt bikes. Dirt bikes and quads. There's this one story that I heard. I don't know if it's true. This is just through the grapevine. There's a girl. She hops on the back of the quad, and these dudes are doing wheelies and stuff, right? She hops on the back of the quad. Dude pops a wheelie, her back just skins the ground. Just, oh, forgot about this one. Okay, so I think it was the second week after classes had started. We had a cyber attack. Apparently it was a ransomware type deal. Howard administration never really explained it in full what actually took place because none of us really know who hacked us. Whoever did it, props to you, because we did not have school for a week and a half. Now, I did come to school to learn. The fact that nearly all of my classes were just done for a week and a half was a little odd if you ask me. To be fair, we are going through a tough time with the current, people always say that, the current times, the current events, bro. God. Can y'all actually believe that we are in a pandemic? Like when we was kids, we'd be in school and they'd talk about the Black Plague, and I'd be like, yo, that is crazy. Like, how does that happen? Like, what? Huh? Anywho. Okay, so with those cyber attacks came a long, endless, and I mean endless, like literally until we were off campus, stream of Wi-Fi issues. Now, depending on the dorm you were in, either your Wi-Fi was extremely slow or you just didn't have Wi-Fi at all. Like, there's multiple times where I'd go to the library and the Wi-Fi would not work. Why am I not able to use Wi-Fi at a school that's damn near all virtual? What? Look, man, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Another one, pipe burst in towers. Water flooding. There was flooding on 7 different floors, I believe. It was literally started on my floor on the complete other side. So I got lucky, but a lot of people got their rooms messed up, had to move out. It was not good. Another thing, this was a little earlier on. I'm all over the place, but look, just hold on. If I can find the picture, I will put it up. But there was somebody having sexual intercourse in the tower's staircase. In a staircase, bruh. Come on, we in college. What are you doing? Apparently, these people didn't even go to the school. No visitation is allowed, but they seem pretty lax about who they let in. Dude. Oh, elevators? Bro. Elevators don't work, okay? Look, there's 3 elevators in towers. The chances that you have all 3 of them working is probably like 20%. Now, this might be a tower-specific situation only in East, because that's the only one I've ever been in. But look, the elevators get stuck. They stopped working. It feels like every day there's an elevator not working or an elevator got stuck. Also, this is just a DC issue in general, but there are rats and roaches. Not in towers. Towers is clean. So yeah, rats. Administration likes to take their time when it comes to responding. This is just college advice, period. Y'all need to get in contact with your advisors. They'll clutch up for you. If they don't want to talk to you, force them to talk to you. It's literally their job. All right. Other than people sneaking around into places, and I remember the all-girls dorm, like they didn't really clean the bathroom that well, or like it's nasty. They like would clean it like once a week, but like there's like a bathroom shared for like all the girls in one. Bro, look. Okay, I'm saying all these terrible things about Howard University, and honestly, it's not the best school. It's honestly ran very, very messily. It's not even a word. Very poorly, and somehow I would still recommend it to people. If y'all want to see a video on why that is, leave a comment down below. Also, y'all, we are at 720 subscribers. I'm not going to talk about it too much here. Just know I am very appreciative. Like, this is actually crazy. I never thought, like, 700. Yeah.